I think the future is bright for U.S. relations with the Kurdistan region and with Iraq as a whole, because our commitment there is solid to seeing a stable, unified Iraq with a strong and viable Kurdistan region as a part of it. And this has been clear from day one of President Biden's administration. He has made clear to us, and we've made clear to the world, I think, through the strategic dialogues that we've had, of which the Kurdistan Regional Government has been a part here in Washington, and of course through my visits to Erbil, which I've done twice in the past couple of months, to work on issues that are important to our government and theirs as well. Well, I think what we've seen is that the brave Iraqi Peshmerga have proven their worth in defending Iraqi interests against terrorist threats like Daesh, and keeping the region calm and stable so that investment has a chance to flourish, and so that cultural investments such as those made by the United States in the American University of Iraq and Sulaymaniyah and in Duhok and the Catholic University of Erbil also have a chance to flourish, so that people are able to prepare themselves for the job market and find good, viable jobs that benefit both the United States and the Kurdistan region over time. We have a robust training and advising mission with the Kurdish Peshmerga, and that's going to continue. The president has been absolutely crystal clear from the beginning of his administration that we are going to remain engaged in a multifaceted way with every part of Iraq, including the Kurdistan region. And that means on security, so that we can finally once and for all defeat ISIS. And that means on cultural exchange as well, so that we can bring more students to the United States to study from Iraq, so that we can continue our investments of tens of millions of dollars in American-style universities in Sulaymaniyah and Duhok and Erbil and in Baghdad as well, so that we can have investments as well from the United States in the Kurdistan region that will create jobs for both the United States and the Kurdistan region. So I think that you're going to see that rock-solid commitment is going to continue through this administration. Well, we commended the Sinjar Agreement, and we want to see it fully implemented because this is the only way to bring peace and stability to the region, to bring the Iraqi federal government in coordination with the Kurdistan regional government and the Peshmerga to implement this agreement, so that people can go back and live their lives in peace, and so that groups like the Hashd-e-Shaabi and the PKK, who aren't listening to the central government, can be made to follow the rules, because that's what living in a sovereign, solid Iraq is like. Well, as you know, the United States considers the PKK a terrorist organization, and we're calling on them to end their terrorist activity, to get out of Sinjar, so that people can return home and live their lives in peace. We call on people to go out and vote, because this is their chance to have their voices heard, so that they can make a peaceful change in their country. We know that the Iraqi public has called for a change in the way that their government serves them, and these elections are the best way to have their voices heard. So we call on all Iraqis to go out and vote, and that's why we are supporting the Iraqi government's request for monitors through the United Nations, and we have commended the European Union for sending an observation mission as well, to help us understand whether the election goes well and if there are any problems with it. And if there are, we will certainly say that. I think if the people's voices are not heard, then nothing is going to change. And so the best way for them to have those voices heard is to go out there and vote, and then vote for the change that they want to see.